Dad. This is going to be another leftovers episode. Why? Because it's Sunday night, and normally I do these on Monday during the day because that's my one day to do all my stuff I want to do. Unfortunately, tomorrow I have an appointment to have 2 teeth removed, and I'm not sure how I'm going to feel, so I'm going to do this tonight. So I wanted to play around with some leftovers again because I have them in the fridge and I hate seeing them go to waste. That is probably the hardest thing about leftovers. Sometimes it's just like, oh, I just had that. Do I have to have it again? Well, here's the thing. You take it, add a little something to it, and you make it a whole new dish. So tonight, I am taking some Carne Guesada that Mrs. Cool Dad ordered while I was helping her out with her business. She ordered that as a thank you for being there to help her out. So, some Carne Guesada with some arroz con gandules. And if I slaughtered the accent, I apologize. I'm trying. So, Carne Guesada is like a beef stew with potatoes. Comes with beans, also with potatoes. It's kind of a Puerto Rican, Dominican dish. I mean, the way this is made, I'm told it's more Puerto Rican. So, what I'm doing today is I'm going to call it a Carne Guesada Scramble. I'm going to add eggs. Why not have some fun with it? So, on that note, let's drop down, get cooking, because I'm hungry. It's been a long day, and I haven't had anything since breakfast. So, see you down below. Okay, first things first, got my pan here. I've got it on a 6.5. I have my, now when she ordered from a place locally called Layla's, they send the arroz con gandules, which is rice with pigeon peas, is what I'm told that translates to. They have that separately from the beans and the stew steak. That's okay. We will work with that. Now, I need a small plate. I'll get to whys in a minute, don't worry. And a spoon. Now this has been in the fridge, which means our fats, grease, whatever you want to call it, has solidified on top of the stew steak. In the interest of my health and my expanding midsection, I'm going to scrape that off. Now some people will be like, oh, that's the best part. Probably is, but you know what? I'm scraping it off. I'm just going to kind of dump this all in to my pot. There we go. Now, that can go right in the trash. We have our beans with potatoes. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to take a lot of the sauce, but I'm going to scoop out beans and potatoes here. Now, I love Carne Guesada. I eat it on a regular basis, as you can tell by my midsection. But sometimes when you rewarm it, it just isn't the same. And I'll tell you the interesting thing about leftovers. When you cook food, the heat causes the proteins in the food that make up the food. And I don't mean proteins like protein steak, protein chicken, protein fish. No, I mean the actual chemical proteins that make up the food break down in the cooking process. And that's essentially what the cooking process is breaking those down. That's just the sauce there. I'm going to save that for later. Oops. Runaway bean. There we go. And let me grab a spatula. Now, as this reheats, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to chop up these potatoes a little bit, make sure everything's good bite-sized chunks. Now, as this reheats, a lot of it's going to reliquefy. That's okay. That's where the rice comes in. I'm going to take some rice, sprinkle that in, because rice, when you refrigerate it, tends to dry out. There we go. If you ever had microwave rice, it just is not the same. It's just not right. There we go. Now the rest of this rice I'm actually going to put back in the fridge because I'm going to save it for tomorrow morning, as I'm going to use it in the morning to make some fried rice for my breakfast. You've already seen my video on fried rice from leftovers. Same thing. We pop this in here. And while I'm in the fridge, I'm going to grab my eggs. Let's see. And this is why the Cool Dad has a belly, because I'm going to put 1, 2, 3 eggs in. And honestly, if I don't finish it all tonight, I'll throw it in the fridge and eat it with my fried rice in the morning. Okay. Now, while this is starting to warm up, I'm going to get my eggs scrambled. It's pretty straightforward. You've seen me do this before. And the whole point to these videos, I'm not a chef. I don't work as a cook. I just love to cook. And the point to these videos is to take this and share it with you guys so you guys can see that you can cook too. You don't have to be a chef. You don't have to go to culinary school in order to cook good food. You just have to enjoy food, and you have to want to do it. That's really all it takes. Maybe a little bit of knowledge, but here's the thing. I never went to culinary school or anything like that. I literally learned as I went over the years. They say good judgment comes from bad choices and, you know, all that good stuff. And bad choices come from poor judgment. So, this is... Merlin, get out of there. Hey! Sorry, I had to yell at the dog. So you guys like when the dogs are out here, but when they get into stuff, I gotta yell at them. So I'm just gonna scramble up these 3 eggs real quick. Now, if you want to add milk to the eggs, you're more than welcome to. I'm not going to today. There we go. I just want these scrambled up nicely. Leave that right there for now. This is starting to warm up nicely. Now the thing is, I'm going to let this warm a little bit because I want to boil off some of the liquid so it dries out just a touch. Although the rice did soak up quite a bit of that liquid. There we go. Oh God, this steak is so soft. It's falling apart while I'm cooking it. And it smells amazing here in the kitchen right now. Now, so, I hinted last week that next week is going to be something interesting. Next week, I got a new stove coming. Finally did it, pulled the trigger, getting a new stove and oven. So we're going to see even more recipes that you guys can make at home. Because now I'll have a working oven, I can really get started having some fun. So, like I said, next week's video, I'll see what goes on. I will make a video. It'll just depend on once I find out when it's getting here and getting installed. Well, I'm installing it, so once I find out when it's getting here, then I'll know how to set things up. Okay, this is getting there slowly, starting to dry out. What I'm going to do is, in my eggs, I'm going to add some shredded cheese. I've got Mexican blend here, which I know somebody's going to say, oh, why are you putting Mexican in a Puerto Rican dish? Well, because I like the blended cheese. It's that simple. And number 2, we're not prejudiced here. We like all of our nationalities to come together. Because on top of that, I'm also adding some sharp cheddar cheese. There we go. Because why not? There we go. I'm going to stir that together. And again, nothing new. You've seen me do this before. I like little eggs with my cheese. And to me, this just adds to the flavors. Now, this is very properly seasoned. So I'm not going to really add much in the way of seasoning to it. It's already got good seasonings in it. There we are. Now tomorrow morning I'll just do the fried rice with the leftover rice, throw an egg in it. There's a video on that. You go back in the playlist, you'll find that. And we had a good time making fried rice. That was basmati rice, which is from Indian cuisine. I mean, anybody can use any rice. It doesn't matter. But generally, like, Indian cuisine uses basmati rice. In this house, we generally use jasmine rice because we like the sticky rice. It gets a little clumpier when you cook it, but there's a video that includes that too. Okay, this is pretty well dried out now, so I'm going to pour my eggs and cheese just over the top of it. Put this in the sink with some water so it doesn't get nasty. I'll tell you guys, here's my secret tip for the day. If you're beating eggs in a bowl, as soon as you're done with that bowl, put it in the sink and put water in it. That's going to keep it from getting messy. Now here we go. I'm just going to stir my eggs and cheese into my carne guesada and arroz con gandules. And again, if I slaughtered that, I apologize. There are some benefits to being bound to Puerto Rican. You get some good food. Well, and I have leftovers to play with. Okay, now we're going to kind of let that sit and settle for a minute and cook. The whole concept here is we want this to essentially solidify. Now let the eggs solidify throughout it. It takes a little bit longer due to the nature of it, but when it's done, it's amazing. So I think we're going to montage through the rest of this until it's ready to be done. Here we go. Okay, so we are just about done here. The final consistency of this comes out in the same realm as, say, corned beef hash. Now, I personally love corned beef hash. If you have issues with the texture of foods, just so you're aware, Carter, get out of there. Just so you're aware, that's the texture you're getting from this. Like I said, personally, I like it, but that's me. Okay, this is the Carne Guesada Scramble. Now, I'm not done yet, though. While I was creating the montage, I was also working on the side. Oh, that's a lot of food. Yep, there's going to be leftovers. Because no scramble is ever complete without some butter or some toast. And since I've already got this going, let's just cook our toast right on here. Yeah, there will definitely be leftovers tomorrow. My house is good for leftovers. So now I'm just going to wait for the bread to round down, and then we'll be good to go with that. I think I am going to feed my spatula real quick so it's less messy on the bread. There we go. Grab a fresh paper towel. There we go. And let's take a peek. Okay, butter's melting. Now, when you're toasting bread in a pan, you just grill it until it's right where you want it. No guessing, just right where you want it. My first thing is I make sure the butter's melted on both sides. Now, you're going to notice there's some rice and other stuff on here as we go. That's perfectly fine. Because it's all going in the same place. So I am not complaining about that. Hi, Saf. You're fine. Okay. So this is the other drawback to doing these in the evening is the dogs are a little more restive than when I do them during the day. We are almost done. Now, I'm going to garnish this with my new favorite hot sauce, Wuju hot sauce. It is a, where's it? Original hot sauce sweet heat. And it does, let's see, it says our original Wuju is hot sauce reinvented. Wuju's unique agave nectar base tones down the heat so you can truly enjoy the exotic turmeric flavors infused with fruity tropical notes. It's very good stuff. Now, it's got heat, but not so much that it's like melts your face off. That'll be plenty there. And while I'm waiting for this to cook down, this is not a sponsored episode, but I want to talk about something real quick because it's a product I found that works really well, and I really enjoy it. Everybody's talking about earbuds these days. Every other video you see in here is advertising Raycon. Well, you know what? I saw those videos, I did my research, and honestly, the reviews on Raycons were hit or miss at best. And I'm not knocking the product because I haven't tried them. I went on Amazon and I ordered Baben earbuds. That's what they are. Charging case, they're true wireless earbuds, single button, fit right in the ear. I'll have them on when I come back up top. But I'm going to tell you something. The sound on these is amazing, and I can get 4 to 6 hours of battery out of them, battery life out of them. And I wear them when I'm working, when I'm editing video, if I'm working around the house, doing, like actual moving around type of work, and they don't fall out. So I'm just going to let you know they're a great product. They're I think they're actually under $30 right now on Amazon. There will be a link down below in the description, and yes, I will be honest, it is an affiliate link, so if you buy them through there, I get a little something out of it. But that's how I ask people, if you want to help support the channel, it's a great product. I will definitely recommend to anybody, and so it's a win-win all the way around. You get a great product, I get a little support from my channel, and everybody's happy. There we go. Our bread's pretty well done. And this is an organic multigrain bread that I actually like a lot. There we go. And now, let me put this in the sink. With some water and some soap. This is how we make our cleanup easier, folks. Okay. Now that that's set, I'll see you guys back up top for the wrap-up. Okay, guys, so like I said, I put them in. The brand name is Baben, B-E-B-E-N, and I gotta tell you, these are great ear. The sound quality out of these is phenomenal. The fact that they got their own little charging, now I leave the loop on there because most of the time they go in my cargo pocket and my shorts, so I've got them with me. They will recharge in the case, and I think you get like 4 or 5 recharges out of them. But I'll tell you, like I said, I would not tell you about a product if I don't use it myself and I don't like it. That's just how I am. These I use every day, and I love them. The sound quality, listening is great. The sound quality, talking is great. I use them with my phone, so if I want to make a phone call, my hands are full, I'm doing something, the person I'm talking to can hear what I'm saying clearly, and I can hear them clearly. When I listen to my Spotify playlists, the sound is phenomenal. I do a very eclectic mix. There's some heavy bass, some great mid-range, some awesome treble, and it's all nice and clear. The other thing I like is my audiobooks. I can understand every word on here, and it's just really, they're a great product. And like I said, just this simple. And the nice thing is, when I'm working around, and they're charging, when I'm working around the house or anything else, they don't go anywhere. That's what I got to say today. And again, there is an Amazon affiliate link down below to be very, 100%, transparent with that. It is my affiliate link. But if you're looking for earbuds, I would definitely recommend them. And for, I believe, under $30 the last time I checked, not a bad deal. Oops, spilling water out of my pan. So anyway, guys, that was our Carne Guesada Scramble for today. Once again, Cool Dad's using the leftovers, making something fresh out of it, and yummy. So, remember, food is a powerful thing. Because here's the thing, we all need to eat to live. We all need to consume food to fuel the body so that we can get through every day. Science, life, whatever you want to call it. But when you have good food, and you put people down at a table around that good food, it's amazing what we can make happen. Get a bunch of people together, have some great food. Sapphire agrees with me. and have a good time and see what you can learn from one another. See what you can teach one another. See what improvements we can make in our community and the world around us, because that's how we make a better world for our kids, the future, everybody. That's how it works, is when we work together. And it starts small. People talk about the butterfly effect, but it's true. You start small, start local, and it will expand out. You can make this world a better place. I have faith in you. So anyway, remember folks, food is life, life is good. Let's eat some more, and I'll see you guys next week.